In this video, we will look at database to HDFS app template. So many times we have data available as SQL store. So it could be Postgres database or MySQL database, or for that matter Oracle or any database of your choice. And we want to move this data to HDFS either for archival purpose or bring that data into Hadoop for doing some downstream processing using the big data pipelines. So for that we can use this app template. So in this app template we have considered Postgres database as input, but if you have MySQL database driver, you can as well try it out with MySQL. For Oracle you might need to do some changes. So let's start. The basic use case is to copy data from Postgres into HDFS. So each row in database will be copied as a line in the HDFS file. So in between you can also do some custom processing using Apache Apex engine. So you can add some operators either from existing operators in Malhar library, or you can add your own custom operators in between. So more about that is explained in the advanced video section, where you will get to know about how to look at the source code of this application and how to compile it, make some changes, upload it on the gateway and launch the application. The focus of this video is just to use the app template as it is available. So we will look at how to import the app template and how to launch the application, assuming that you already have prerequisites installed on your machine. So for this app template we expect that you have a Postgres server installed in your local environment. Let's start. So I have DataTorrent RTS installed on my machine. Let's navigate to App Hub tab. Then we can look at all the applications available. Let's search for the applications related to database. So it shows database dump to HDFS app. Let's import this app template. It shows import is in progress. We can see the notification which says that app template has been imported successfully. If we click on the link, it moves to the app package details page. It shows brief description about the app template, last modified time and such information. To launch the app template, we click on the launch button. It pops up the launch dialog box. The launch dialog box, the first field is name of the application. Name of the application has to be unique across all running applications in your cluster. By default it will be database to HDFS sync. The second option over here is specifying a queue. So if you want to use multi-tenancy feature available in Hadoop, you can use this and specify specific queue to schedule a job. If you are not very sure about it, you can just leave this option unselected. It will route the job to the default queue. The next option is for using saved configuration. So by default this app templates has two pre-saved configurations. One is suitable for the cluster environment, which we are calling it as cluster memory configuration.xml. The second one is sandbox memory conf.xml, which is suitable for single node Hadoop clusters or your local environment. So right now I will be selecting cluster memory conf.xml. The next option is for specifying custom properties. If we click on this option, it opens up a properties editor. To expand the properties editor, we click on add default properties. It shows default values for the mandatory properties for this app template. So for Jdbc Input, which will be used for connecting to the source database, we have few properties. The first one being the database driver. The next one is database URL or the Jdbc connection string. The next one is the password for the database, username for the database, and the table name to fetch the data from. And then if you want, you can give where condition for this table. So instead of fetching all the records from this table, it will fetch only the records which satisfies this where condition. By default it's blank, which means that it will select all the rows from this particular table. And then on the output side, we need to give path on the HDFS and the file name for the output files. So this name, whatever we give over here, will get appended by the operator ID to give the final file name. So I have some pre-saved values for this. So for database URL, I will be using connecting to the PostgreSQL on node 35. The password and username is Postgres and Postgres. I will use the table name as test event table. And for output side, I will be using user app user output, and output file name is output database to hdfs.txt. So we have set all the values required for this app template. Let's launch the application by clicking on launch button. We can see the launch is in progress. If we scroll up a little bit, we'll see the notification which says that app has been launched successfully with the application ID as a link. If we click on the application ID, it navigates to the app instance page, which is the running instance of the application. We can see containers getting allocated for this particular application. Now we are on to the logical tab for this particular application. We can see the directed acyclic graph used for this application. So we have Jdbc polar, which is the input operator. Then we have formatter, which is converting the Java objects into strings. So this is delimited formatter, which is producing pipe separated fields. So each record from database is converted into a line on HDFS, which is string, and fields are separated by pipe separator. So all these properties are configurable. To know more about it, you can refer to the advanced video. As we can see over here, we have Jdbc Pojo poll input operator, and we have 5 containers allocated to this particular operator, and we have formatter operator which again has 5 containers, and then we have file output operator which also has 5 instances. And we can see the total number of emitted records over here by each operator. If we navigate to physical tab, we can see physical instances of the container, and we can see the link to the individual containers. So if we click on that link, it moves to the details page for that particular container, and we can also navigate to the logs for a particular container. So in case if you have any difficulties, any exceptions, you can navigate to logs using this mechanism. So this is the physical DAG view of this app template. So we have 5 partitions for Jdbc Polar, and we have parallel partitioning for formatter and file output. So this is the resultant DAG for that. As we can see, total number of processed records per second. We can also see the overall memory allocated for this particular application. That's about it. So in this video we looked at database to HDFS sync app template, which can be used to copy data from Postgres to HDFS, and for customizing this app template you can refer to the advanced video. Thank you.